No, I hate onions, man. I was. This is a weird thought, and it's probably because I read all this Carl Jung. But every now and then, I think of myself like, what would hell be like for me? Because like I said, everyone's like, "Oh, it's heaven, heaven," and you can have all these differences in heaven. But I always go, "What is hell like for me?" Right? So, and the things I try to base that on are what are the things that are like just completely just irritating, like lines. I can't stand being in line. I can't. I told y'all like noises. I'm big on noises. I actually read a philosopher who had a thing about noise. Um, I can't. What is it? R.D. Schopenhauer, or whatever. Anyway, I'm trying to think what else could be hellish. I don't like worm-looking bugs. Anything. I don't like that. So I imagine like somewhere in all of those three things, I would probably be constantly like flashed with something like that. Like I would always have to stay in a line to nowhere with a bunch of weird smacking noises. Probably worms that are like smacking as they slide by me. I'm just like, oh.
Smacking worms.
You imagine that worms that mouths long big enough to smack. As they were like eating dirt, they were.
Oh my gosh, that would make being outside so noisy. They're just underground, just smacking.
Yeah,
that'd be a problem.
Like the cicadas, right? Like I heard those cicadas were loud. My dad had me cracking up when he told me he got attacked when he was cutting the grass because he said apparently they were attracted to noise. And I thought, how funny is that, right? We've seen that in horror movies, but it's a loud ass bug that comes out every 20 some years that's attracted to noise. That is hilarious. Hilarious. So I remember watching a lot of the videos my family were sending me because in Ohio they were like rampant. It was like back in Egypt during the Moses days in Ohio with the locusts. But yeah, he said that they were loud and like the turn the lawnmower on, they was attracted to the lawnmower. He said this dude walked outside and was talking on the phone. They jumped on him, and as he screamed, more of them came over. Hilarious. So I'm assuming that's what it would kind of be like with the smacking worms.
They'd be at you with that. That's crazy. What if the cicadas aren't attracted to noise, but they're just trying to keep you quiet? Like they know if they scare you, you gonna stop doing what you like they can't stand noise.
Imagine being the researcher who discovers that the bugs don't like noise. What? Why are they on this planet if they don't like noise? You must not say anything when you're around these types of bugs. They just fly, flying on you is. I always thought that like roaches or any flying animal is our weakness, right? Like we don't all walk around with nets and guns and pesticides, but if the flying bugs actually got smart and were like mosquitoes, we're just gonna just keep flying at them. There's 1 million of them to one of them, right? Like we could just bombard every single human on the planet just flying at them, flying roaches, flies. We would do with locusts, cicadas. We wouldn't know what to do. There would be nothing. If the birds didn't help us, it'd be over.
Can you imagine that? Like what would we have fashioned to wear over our bodies just to go outside? Because here's the deal: we're not gonna stay inside. I think COVID has shown us that.
That was the
thing. They are not going to stay inside.
Stay inside your house. The flying insects have not stopped attacking the humans. It's my right to stay outside my house if I want. He walks out, and all of them just gobble them up and take them off somewhere.
Yeah. Now, if we had something like that, if something like that was happening, yes, you'd probably get more compliance. But because
it would take months though. Think about it. It would legitimately take months for everybody in this country to be like, all right, we're not going out. We're not going out, man. I didn't saw 100 dudes get taken away by these flying roaches. What? But think about it like that. It would take at least 6 months for the whole country to agree we don't need to be outside. And even then, people would still, I can still see people like the Alabama, Louisiana folks going out there with the hunting guns and the little, mask and stuff, trying to shoot bugs with bullets and pellet guns and shit.
Oh, and if they came up with like an injection or something that would put like a scent or something onto your body, something that you can't detect that would keep you from the bugs, would people be willing to take it then?
No,
right?
No. And you couldn't call it a vaccine if you did. You would have to call it like antibodies or something.
Yeah.
We have these new antibodies that are going to help you. I'll take antibodies. It is a vaccine. That's the only way. You can't call it vaccine. You got to call it antibodies.
That's been the problem.
Or ivermectin.
No, that's been the problem. It's the what you call it? It's the advertisement. Yeah, the advertising agency who came up with the name of what the branding of what it is. You should have just called it something else and maybe
call it something else.
Because you already know that.
I call it the Patriot. Call it the Patriot shot or something. Don't call it vaccine. Call it something nationalistic. That would get everybody on board, man. Like you can't call it something that it is. People have a problem with things as they are, right? We got to call it the Patriot, the Patriot Plus shot.
Patriot Plus. That's it. Because we already had anti-vaxxers before that happened. You just adding on to the pile. Some people gonna be anti about. They already anti. Pick another name for it.
Pick another name for it. Burn it. Burn the name down. Try something else. Yeah.
the what you call it? The double Patriot. The
Patriot Plus shot.
Patriot Plus shot. Now you're gonna have people like me being skeptical. Wait a minute, what happens if I take this Patriot? I'm gonna need to.
No, man. We're not giving you the Patriot Plus. You could get the regular vaccine. Man.
Okay.
That is just the Patriot. The Patriot patch. That's what she put. The Patriot patch. We put it in a patch and you stick on their arm and call it the Patriot patch. And it secretly oozes the vaccine medicine into your shoulder over a period of time. And boom, that is the marketing. See, that's what they should have just asked the people, man. We want to roll this out. What should we call it? If they did that, the way I look at it is kind of like when H&M had that them offensive monkey t-shirts, right? And they're like, we thought this would work. You can't do that, man. You can't do it. You have to call it something that's going to stick for the group of people that you're shooting for, man. And Trump showed us coining and renaming something sticks, man. It sticks. It almost sticks more than the name. So that's what we should do. The next variant, they should come out with the Patriot patch or the Patriot Plus shot. And tell them it has antibodies in there and then bullshit some kind of white paper. And secretly, it's the same shit that is given to everybody else. Placebo affect the shit out of them. And they'll take it. Yep. Or if they run out of ivermectin, just be like, hey, man, we got some ivermectin, but this is only injection-based ivermectin. They go like, what's the research behind it? Oh, it's the same research. Actually, it's even more effective. It's still in testing phase, like the antibodies, and they're gonna take that shit. Again, they're gonna take it. Lie to them just like they lie to us.
Thank you. I was about to say, is it better to be lied to from your government or from an individual? They told me it was a Patriot shot.
I'd rather get lied to by the individual, man. Government's lying is a slippery slope, man. I hate that. It's not a hobby, but one of the things I also read about is dictatorial countries. And that's one of the first things government started doing is lying to people.
I feel like when it's a government or a corporation or something, it's harder to get it's hard to get things rectified or fixed. If one person lies to you, you can go talk to that one person. But when I changed my AT&T plan and they boost my price after they told me they weren't going to do that, then I can't go talk to that person again. That person disappeared. It's gone forever. And it's hard. Like, who did you talk to? I don't know. I don't keep track of.
That person never existed ever. I didn't even see them in the system. What? So I'm fucking talking to imaginary AT&T people. You're right. You're right. That's why I said it's worse.
It's hard for there to be accountability when it's just a big entity and it's a big faceless entity and nobody wants to take responsibility for what happens.
And you know what's even worse is you can file a company. When you file in a company, you get the tax ID number. That basically is represented as like an own individual. So you're making for example, Google has the same rights in the court of law as, Jonathan Miles, the U.S. citizen. It'll be Amici versus AT&T, not Amici versus the person that lied to you. You know what I'm saying? And who you think is going to win that, right? Even if AT&T was wrong and they paid you out, they're going to keep marching around lying and stealing people's money like those airlines are doing when they cancel flights. And then told us, going back to that conversation, we can't return your money for 21 days. But you got to pay the difference of the other flight. So you done got both of my money. And then you're not giving it. So you robbed me and then lied about robbing me. And then you want me to pay you. Come on, man. So you're right. The accountability is all over the place when you're dealing with a company.
This is true. Just what if you were able? I wonder if they would even admit that they did something. If you track somebody down, we cut to an AT&T call center. Hey, Amici. Hey, listen. Let me step over here to the side. I just want to let you know. I just got a call from a customer. You've been working here for 17 years, right?
Yeah, 17
years. Yes.
Yeah.
This customer said he called 17 years ago when you were first starting, and you told him that he was going to get all the channels, everything, and his price was going to be fixed for as long as he had AT&T, and you told him there would be no increase, nothing, that his price was going to be $97 for the rest of his life. And I know we use those contacts.
What was this customer's name? What was his name?
Hold on one second. Let me look. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's Fred Johnson. It's a Fred Johnson.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that.
Amazing.
I did say that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I've got him on the line because he's upset. He got a bill and it is for $473 because we told him
the new rates. Yeah.
The new rates. I'm gonna go ahead and connect him because I didn't know what to tell him. Usually they can't find us. I don't know how this guy was able to find you. So
yeah. Okay.
Go ahead and connect Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams. I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes, I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson. I'm gonna go ahead and connect you.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Hello. Hi. How's it going? It's been a while.
You don't need to short talk me, son. We have unfinished business. You told me 17 years ago on March 23rd.
Yeah.
2001.
17 years ago?
What's wrong with you? 19. It's
okay,
2018 right now. It's 2018.
Okay, yeah. It is, yeah. Okay, customer's always right.
Thank you, sir. I'm glad you are at least agreeing with me on one thing. But 17 years ago, you told me that I would have a lifetime unchangeable fixed rate. Now, the definition of fixed by Webster's. Are you familiar with Webster's dictionary?
Yes, I am. I've used it several times.
Okay. Well, I'm not. The definition I'm going to be using from Webster is quotations, especially of a price, rate, or time, end of quotation, predetermined and not subject to or able to be changed. How
Right.
can my fixed rate of $97 from 2001 that you, sir, agreed and sent me a bill? How
Well,
did it change?
if you look a few definitions down, because it has multiple definitions, correct? If you look at definition number 8, it says that this excludes if you're signed up for phone service or internet service or cable service with a major company. Because no one expects you to be with us for this long. We would expect you to switch one of our competitors and then come back when we have like a special, or you move and you move in with somebody and you guys find a new deal to get, but you just had the same deal for 17 years, and that's not something we ever anticipated.
I see. You see, we have a failure right now, because what I don't understand. Let's just play this game. Let's say you got married. Are you married?
Yes.
Did
Yes,
you
I
get
am.
married since the last time we talked? You did?
Yes.
Awesome. And what happened if you came home and the individual you married decided that they were just going to just disappear? And then a new individual, not as good, but costed more in your life, presented themselves. How would you feel? How would you feel if your new spouse cost more than the old one that you thought you married? But you didn't know that was
Well,
going
I
to
mean,
change. And just 17 years later, they just popped up, completely new person.
well, I would at least first check out the whole package, make sure that do I have any extras that I didn't have before? It's just more convenient for me in any kind of way. Is my internet service better? I'll check on those things before I can answer that question.
Well, I just feel betrayed. I feel like you lied to me. I'm not going to pay this $400 bill. I done paid you guys well over $20,000 in my whole experience with you guys, and I think that's enough for me to have cable for the rest of my goddamn life. Because I don't think cable should cost that much more, sir.
Wow.
We cut to Amici in his boss's office. So he's basically suing us. Okay, it's that one customer against AT&T. I usually am not afraid of this. I mean, because we're a corporation. We got tons of lawyers. We got tons of money. But this guy's got something unique. He says that he is friends with someone who used to fight demons in hell, and if he loses the case, that he's gonna like have his friend come and kill us and then take us all to hell. I mean, I've never been threatened like that. I know it was unusual. It was unusual. He said
he can threaten us like that.
I mean, I don't know. I've never had like a supernatural threat before. Most of the threats are guns, violence. But he says that he's got some friends, some connection. So I'm a little bit nervous about it. But we're gonna go in. We're not gonna back down. We are AT&T. And we have a right to change our rates and increase the rates over these years. So I just want
and not tell our customers when we change the rates on them
at all. Yeah, it's a slow process, but I guess we've been neglecting this guy, so it just hit him all at once, and he couldn't take it. Okay, so go ahead. Get a good night's rest. We'll show up in court tomorrow. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. The next day before court, he sees Mr. Fred Johnson. Hey, I wanted to talk to you before we got in there, before it got really bad. I was kind of thinking about a lot of our words, and I thought we had a pretty decent relationship 17 years ago when you helped close that deal for me
I thought so too. Yeah.
with our cable. So I'm going to give you 2 golden tickets. They'll take you either to heaven or hell on a round trip. And if you take one of these, consider this my payment for the phone bill for the rest of eternity. And we won't have to go into court. We won't have to settle this in court.
So I take these 2 golden round trip tickets to either heaven or hell. I don't know which one. I'll find out when I get on the plane or something. I don't.
Yeah. As soon as you get to the airport, you can see they are Spirit Airlines tickets. Depending on which flight they have, they might have one going to heaven, they might have one going to hell. You never know. Sometimes they get canceled, but you'll get a ticket out of there. This will help you, and you can take anyone else you want.
Okay. I'm gonna take it because this is easier than going to court, and I haven't taken a vacation in a while, so
yeah, take a vacation.
I think I'd like to go. Actually, to sort of apologize for this whole mess. Would you like the other ticket? Would you like to come with me?
Oh shit! I was kind of trying to watch this show tonight. But
hey, you know what? I can upgrade. I can upgrade your phone to a hotspot. Just to put up your contract a little bit.
You can
but don't worry, it'll stay the same. It'll stay the same amount. I'm just gonna make some changes to your contract.
Are you sure it's going to stay the same?
It'll stay the same.
Can you put that in writing for me, and can you send me what it looks like in a bail form?
Yeah, absolutely. I can do that for you right now. Okay, here you go. All right.
Thank you.
Just send it to your email. Yeah, there we go.
We cut to meet you on the plane. Man, you almost missed that flight. You out there writing AT&T contracts and whatnot?
Yeah. AT&T employees' work is never done. I'm constantly working.
Man, I thought I had a whole row, but going on, you sit on down here. I can't relax like I thought I was going to. Woo! Is this your first time going to hell?
Oh, we go to hell.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's the hell place. That's how Spirit do it. They don't let you know right up front till you get on. And then but I've been taking this flight quite a few times. I even bring my own onions, man. They used to serve onions.
Oh man.
I even bring my own onions on here now.
Welcome to Spirit Airline 666. We don't have any seatbelts, and everything might be a little bit uncomfortable, but we are looking to experience a lot more turbulence as we get closer to our final destination. Kill yourself if it gets too bad, but we'll see you in hell.
Woo! I like that guy. I've flown with him several times.
Oh wow. Okay. Yep. Hey, did you go to the bathroom in your seat?
Yeah, I did. The toilet don't work. And see.
And that is the Can't Tell Us Nothing show. We ended on a poop joke. I love them. Yeah, man. Shout out to you all who are traveling. Holiday season's coming, and we know how bad it is out there. Spirit Airlines is turning into like the McDonald's of airlines, right? Like the ice cream machine's always down kind of thing. And what's funny is like I think that they are getting business because of how bad they are. Not the McDonald's. I meant that was a bad example. The Little Caesars of airlines. But Little Caesars is still around. There's like 100,000 of them everywhere.
They ain't playing with you.
So they figured something out.
They did. Groovy, funny commercials. $5 pizzas. You could just walk in.
That's all I said. If you're Spirit Airlines, if you hear me, I'm not against the sponsorship
at all.
But come on, man. Like we can make them at least make the experience funny. Play on how bad y'all are. I think that would work. People aren't they're not flying Spirit because of how safe they are. They're not flying because of how comfortable they are.
Yeah.
They're flying because it gets you literally from A to B, right?
There you go.
Hire us.
$5 flights. Let's do it.
That's it.
$5 flights.
But your bags cost $100.
Oh yeah, basketball costs
That's
about
the money.
something.
I flew for nothing but my bags though.
Yeah, Spirit Airlines, the first free flights, pay for everything. Got to pay to wear your clothes on the flight. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging out with us. It said,
yes, get it.
Fly Airlines.
Spirit Airlines,
get a free
trip back.
And that's the end of this show. We're gonna end on that one. Thank you, Michael. That was awesome. See y'all next week. We'll stay posted for a guest, or even send us any guests you would like to see on the show, and we will promise to try to get them to jump on. We would prefer people that can improvise because it makes it more fun for us for the show to improvise. But without any further ado, we're gonna bounce. Cue up some more Talib.
Let's turn to consumers. Just forget about, just forget about, just forget about, just